like you would expect a backstory, like Asta, like he found the anti-magic, like he actually has this power, and it explains everything. And then this one is like, oh, he just has muscles. Welcome to episode 49 of the Amb Ant Podcast. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Amber.
And we are back from hiatus once more to talk about Mashle, magic and muscles, otherwise known as Mashle.
You clearly just forgot to change the script, and then you just kept the hiatus part. But it's
There
okay.
is no script, and we are still in hiatus.
Okay, well, yeah, but... Yeah, I actually don't really know how to pronounce this well. Like, Mashle? I guess so. Mashle.
Close enough, maybe. I mean, did they say his name a lot in the anime, though?
His name was just like Mashle, right? There was no do at the end. That's why I was kind of confused, but sure.
Yeah, that's fair. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for the YouTube algorithm.
Thank you. What is this about? Because you were actually into this before the anime aired.
Wait, like, you don't know what this one is about?
Well, I'm just saying that since you know more, you should introduce this. Thank you.
Okay, I'll introduce it. Basically, Mashle of Muscles and Magic is about a young boy who was born into a world of magic without a scar. And the scar, everybody has a scar. People without scars are kind of, I think, either killed or disappeared. We're not sure yet. Basically, if you have a scar, that means you are able to use magic, and you're one of the, I guess, you're one of the pure race. What is it called? Like, you're any, what is
basically
it? Noble,
a pure blood in Harry Potter.
Pure blood,
okay,
right?
gosh.
A pure blood, right? That's what they call it in Harry Potter. Yeah. So yeah, this one is a Harry Potter kind of knockoff, but it is very creative. So I did enjoy that.
It's basically Harry Potter plus Psychic Soul plus Black Clover. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty accurate.
Right?
Plus One Punch Man.
One Punch Man is a little more... I don't know. I like One Punch... I don't even like One Punch Man now that I think about it. I've never even finished the first season. But then I feel like theoretically I would like One Punch Man more because it's more serious. Like, it's funny, but then it's still emotional and kind of philosophical, and that how do you fight boredom? And this is more like more of a shonen kind of attitude that is not the same vibe as One Punch Man, but yeah.
Right, so we're just talking about the anime currently, where we just finished the first 4 episodes of Mashle. I think it's also kind of a what is it? A not critique, but a parody, right? It's a parody of the shonen genre, kind of, and it's a parody of Harry Potter, kind of, and then it's just kind of a gag anime. Psychic, so maybe even Mob Psycho-esque, where it's the main character is not socially adept at all, right? So he's like we see him at some times, spoilers ahead, he's cleaning the shoes of the people that are trying to just make him into a servant. Cable was just playing with him, and he just doesn't know what's going on, so he just does it, right? It's a little bit like that, right?
It's not like Mob Psycho. The vibe is too different. It's...
Well, I'm just talking about in terms of the main character.
Sure. It's kind
He's
of
not socially adept, and he gets taken advantage of sometimes.
Kind of like a very empty character. Who doesn't have much personality, who doesn't have much, just not really
That's an interesting point, right? Because like a lot of these anime, like the reason it kind of works, I guess in my opinion, as a gag anime is the main character doesn't have much of a personality, and like I think I just came up with it because you said that, and that makes it so it's like a very like kind of malleable kind of gag anime, so it can go either way, and then also the no personality becomes his personality later. So then it's just like,
yeah, because everyone has personality. It's like Psychic Soul
yeah.
in that sense. Like, he doesn't speak. He's kind of like, nothing phases him. Other than, I don't know, if his like coffee jelly drops. And then like this coffee jelly becomes the cream puff of this anime.
Right, and then that is... did Mob have a favorite food?
He likes milk, but then he's not that into milk. Like, there was just like one brief mention. Clearly, I recently rewatched all of Mob again, so yeah, I remember that. But like, it's not a big thing. It's not like a gag, trope.
Yeah, they all have like some kind of gag with them though, like some kind of like
for this
kind of thing.
Like Psychic Soul, I definitely see like there's so many parallels, but at the same time, I don't think that this is as funny as Psychic Soul, purely because, and I don't think it's something wrong with the original source material, because as I told you, like, watched a video comparing the manga and the anime. I think it's like the framing of the anime that makes it a little less funny, but a little more theatrical. And like, for example, like his attacks and all that in the manga, it seems like very obvious that it's a gag. Like the first episode where he fights like the blonde-haired, like, I don't know, officer kind of person. Like in the manga, it was kind of just like, like he like hits the attack with his hand, like the magical attack with his hand. But then it was like drawn in the manga in such a way that's like very simplistic. And then it was just like, the dude is like trying really hard. And then it's like,
right.
But then like
it's
in
like...
the, but in the
it's
anime,
like
it was like a
effort,
boom kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which, again, I feel like I understand why they did it, but I feel like it's less funny. Yeah. And I'm not saying that's good or bad because of that, but then I feel like that is like the main difference. But yeah.
Did you read the manga?
I just read like parts of it. Like clips.
Yeah, so they had like a more of a shonen tone to the anime, and then I mean I guess it's less funny. But I still think it's fun.
Okay,
it's
again,
good.
like I'm not saying that less funny equals bad, right? But I was also thinking like, because you mentioned Mob Psycho, and Mob, the manga and the anime, it changed a lot. Like especially like artwork wise. Well, one's like the original manga author's artwork is just interesting, but yeah, like something about it. It is more theatrical as well, because I feel like that's just what you have to like do when it's changing into a like TV media. But still, I wonder. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, because essentially like. There's no drama if it's just he shoots like he goes like super One Punch Man and then like has so much backstory and like everything like that. Like I guess they probably know about that, but they probably thought like, oh, it's probably too hard to do for the entire time. So then you just kind of go half and half with it. So you half like make it a joke and then half like make it kind of theatrical.
Yeah, but I was also thinking like Psychic Soul didn't make it super theatrical, but I also kind of understand that Psychic Soul, it's like more of a school like slice of life kind of show, and then this one is more like battle shonen. And like I actually saw someone say like, they hope that like JC Studio made this rather than A1, which is who actually made this, and A1 is kind of like known for making better animation than like JC, because like JC kind of just does like PPT, like PowerPoint-esque like
this is great though. I like all the little like, thought bubbles or like the
like the
things,
noise.
Yeah, it reminds me of like My Hero, right? Like where they did a bunch of that as well, comic book style.
Different, because like My Hero, it's trying really hard to make it like, oh, Japanese, I don't know what I was saying, American comics. This is kind of like doing it more just for a comedic effect, which I appreciate. But
yeah. So, I mean, one thing, I mean, that kind of leads us into like, this feels more Korean than like Japanese originally, because one, okay, the main character has a Korean haircut. He has a bowl cut, right? He literally looks like someone copy and pasted like a Korean main character, like the like the solo leveling, like the just like an average your Korean manhwa protagonist who like is really OP and like, you know, pretty much a game character, right? So he kind of looks like that, right? And also the manhwa, or I don't know, I said manhwa, but manga, like, itself looks like a webtoon, right? It's just the webtoon is missing color. It's very crisp, like, it feels like it was drawn like as a webtoon. Like if you kind of
check it right now, because
yeah, if you kind of look at all of the chapters, right? Even starting from chapter 1, it doesn't look like the what is it? It doesn't look like your average, I don't know, My Hero Academia.
It because I've never read it yet, so I'm doing it right now. But then sure. I kind of like doubt the, I guess, page layout because it's not in like the longer like kind of strip, because you know manhwa is usually like in a super long kind of like sparsely.
No, it is in a long strip, or I mean, okay, wait, actually, I'm just like I'm just like scrolling down.
Like, isn't this serialized on Shonen Jump?
Is it?
I thought so. So then, like, I would imagine that it would have to be fit onto a magazine page, like, however, like the dimensions are for that.
Okay. Do you know how like originally you do like the like what is it? You kind of do a snake pattern for reading manhwa or manga.
Oh yeah.
Manga. Yeah. So I don't think this has it, but am I? It feels like
I don't know if I trust you.
Up to down, and left to right.
Yeah, but I don't trust you. Sorry.
Okay, maybe not.
Anyways, but I understand, and I agree that like the art style, especially just the main character, is just, I guess, character design is very Korean. Like, I feel like it's very self-aware in all the elements that it is like adopting this whole manga. It's like the Quidditch. It's very blatantly borrowing elements, I would say.
Yeah, it's probably not Korean style, but the art style definitely looks very interesting. But
yeah, and I trust that.
Sorry,
like I feel like you might have wanted me to agree with you. However, I agree with you partially. Yeah,
I remember this being like a little bit cleaner, but
again, I've never read the manga. I've only just seen like comparisons, which that was interesting to look at.
Yeah, but it's good stuff. Like this one, I remember when I first read the manga, I got up to like where it ended is like chapter 75 or 85. I was hooked. Like it just kind of drew me in. Like I really didn't think much of it at first. I was like, this is kind of troll. Like he's just in a Harry Potter world. But I think they really did it justice, because became.
No, I'm looking at the manga and I'm looking at chapter 136. And I'm like, it became very just shonen-esque rather than just trolling.
Right.
Interesting. Because, like, when I was younger, my favorite manga was Katekyo Hitman Reborn.
Yeah.
And then Reborn started as a gag manga. And then, like, because it didn't really have a lot of popularity, like they started doing like one arc with like a lot of fighting, and then it completely just became a shonen battle manga, and then like the gag part is like completely omitted, which was interesting because I hated the gag parts. I remember like I could not like start watching the anime or reading the manga because of how stupid everything was. But then, yeah, I feel like on Shonen Jump.
You know, maybe that's happening here. Like where later on, it looks like the fights look
it's
very
pretty
insane.
Intense. Yeah, I saw.
And you know, they're just in school, right? So it's like maybe they recognize that and they're like, okay, we're just gonna make that the case from the beginning. So it's gonna be like a legit shonen rather than the gag manga, right?
Yeah.
So
well, cool. Yeah, because like gag manga again, you know, Shonen Jump has like the weekly ranking system of like popularity, and if you don't fare well, like you get like you get cut. But then gag manga, usually you don't have that much popularity, and then they try to kind of always have a few, so then even if it's not that popular, they'll keep it. But then honestly, it's kind of difficult. Like gag manga, it's so easy to be old and you're just not interested anymore because it's just the same kind of.
It's the same
like,
thing over and over, yeah.
So then I understand, but we will see how it goes. And I don't know. I know that you really like.
I'm gonna catch up. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I have my reservations.
What do you not enjoy about this one?
God, it reminds me. First of all, I don't like the main character just because he's annoying. He's not like Mabu, who is like, you know, bad at things. Like he is just like, oh, I'm stupid. But then the stupidity is so like neglectable. Like it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. You know that the show is more about him being cool rather than him learning and growing. Because like Mabu is never really much so about him being cool. It's that he's growing as a person to learn to express his emotions but also control his emotions, things like that. But then this is not that goal. So I feel like my main problem is the main character, and just like the character designs look all kind of like throwaway-y. But then I'm also, because like I'm a stupid person, I love like shonen stuff, so then if it's veering more towards like battle and like cool action scenes, I think I would like it more, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you like, so you like it when the main character is kind of slow, kind of bad.
Not necessarily. Like,
and then grows.
I feel like, not necessarily. I feel like this person, he's just Mashle. He's just annoying. Like he's kind of like the OP main character in a lot of like isekai shows. Like currently, there are a lot of isekai shows of like, oh, for example, he was an assassin in his past life, and now he gets transported to this new world. It's just that he doesn't really know the culture, but he's super cool and super strong. Kind of.
That one should be pretty good as well. I
oh
remember.
my gosh, I don't,
I
I don't want to think about it. Oh my god. Anyways, but I don't like that. But then, like, you know, I like a lot of shonen main characters. They don't have to be slow. Like Luffy, he's like slow, but then that's not like his like problem to like grow as a person. Like every character has like different things, and then
okay. Look, how is this guy compared to Black Clover main character
better.
Asta?
Okay,
right?
I hate
you got Asta
I'm
versus
so
Mashle. You know?
Yeah. Then I would prefer Mashu just because like Asta was so annoying. Like my ears just died watching the anime, and then oh god, the pacing. Okay, I feel like they're different though. I didn't like Black Clover mainly because of the pacing. It was just all over the place. Sometimes it's too slow, sometimes it's too fast, and then it feels like no consequences were there. But like this is about Mashu and not about Black Clover. I need to refrain from talking more about it.
Well, we're just comparing the two. I mean, the two main characters as well. Like, I kind of like Mashle because he's like, okay, one, the haircut makes it so much better. Like, if he didn't have such a stupid haircut, okay, wait, like,
I understand
like,
what you're talking about. It's like you like the irony of it.
It's so good. Yeah, it's just it's just the opposite day, right? Like, what's supposed to happen normally, like, you know, they're supposed to try really hard, and like they get so far, and then like in the end they're saved by the headmaster, right, who like steps in and then like saves the day. And instead you see Mashle, like when he was against Professor Snape, right? Like the Snape look-alike, basically, with the yellow hair
Snape again,
instead of
I
black
know.
hair. It's like, okay, that's Snape. Snape is really evil. Cool. First episode or second episode, whatever. It's like you see the headmaster step in. Mashle was about to, like, he just broke his wand immediately. It's so good. So yeah, we do enjoy that here.
You enjoy that. You like OP people, and I don't understand it. I feel like, again, just going back to the comparison between like him and Asta, I think that it's interesting, right? Because like I feel like theoretically I'm supposed to like Asta more just because like I like more like realistic, like non-OP characters, like underdogs. But then I feel like Asta was annoying, and then you can see that, sorry, I say annoying too much about him, and then you can see that they're trying to like rip off of Naruto, like it's like the Naruto Sasuke kind of vibe.
It is exactly,
yeah, but then like Naruto isn't actually stupid. You do feel like Naruto, he wanted attention, and then he acted stupid. He did a bunch of pranks, but then that's all because of a very like human core. And then like Asta was just insufferable for no reason. And I'm kind of like, great, good for you. It's just
right.
Like,
so it wasn't for like the village attention or whichever. It was just because he wanted like the attention of his sister or something, or
at first,
the nun sister.
Which is a stupid reason. Like, you can say, like, oh yeah, but Naruto liked Sakura too. But it wasn't like that. Like, Naruto, it was because he felt so alone. He had no family. And then he needed to feel this kind of, like, community. And, like, now we're going all over the place. And we're not talking about Mashle.
Yeah, it's about how bad Black Clover is. Okay.
I don't think Black Clover is that bad. You know, again, when I was reading the manga, I read till, like, the newest ones, like, back in the day. So, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think I told you, but I just don't like it that much. Like, again, like how I titled the last video, I sometimes just feel like, are we contrarians? But at the same time, when I really think about it, like, I still like certain things these days. But it's just, oh god, I don't like Oshinoko, sorry. I just am reminded of that. I don't really like Mashiru either, but it's okay. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. I do think that, like, the fact that they ripped off Harry Potter this closely,
oh my god, yeah,
was amazing. Like, we basically see the same trials. Like, we have the same maze from the Goblet of Fire. We have the same,
I was like, this is Harry Potter 4.
We have the same characters, even. Like, the guy who's really into Quidditch. Okay, it's like, what do they call it here? They call it, like, what is it called?
Oh god.
Durem?
I don't really know. I don't really know. Again.
Yeah. So you got Quidditch. You got the same Lucius, like Lucius, and then his like Malfoy, right?
My God,
Draco Malfoy. You got the Lucius Malfoy.
The headmaster looks like the
looks
Harry
like
Potter
Dumbledore.
1. The first,
right.
You know that Dumbledore, the actor changed, but it looks like the first actor of Dumbledore. Yeah. So I was like, lol.
Basically, yeah. It does. So you got Dumbledore, you got, the Bureau of Magic, the Ministry of Magic, right?
Oh yeah, the Ministry.
It's basically they copied it almost 1-to-1. They just changed some of the names and some of the looks, but the characters are almost exactly the same.
Are they not afraid of getting sued? That's what I was like thinking about.
I think you can do that up to a certain point. Like, you can. So I think you can name, like, Starbucks a different thing, like, but people still know it's Starbucks. So you can just say Moonbucks. You can just say, like, instead of apple, you could say, like, pear.
I've seen that.
You got your, it's like allowed, I think, to do that because they don't have copyright over
like
everything.
These elements, yeah.
They don't have everything, yeah. So, like,
true.
I think it's allowed, but it's definitely as long as, like, pretty close.
Yeah, as long as his name isn't like Harry.
Yeah, you can't just say you can't say his name is Harry. Yeah. I don't think you can do that, but maybe you can. I don't know.
I don't know either. Holy. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I am down to keep on watching it, but again, like for us, it's like one episode is something I like, the other episode is something you like. So then we were doing Mashle, Oshinoko. I thought that I was going to like it. I didn't like it. I'm sorry. And next, I want to do probably Hell's Paradise. But yeah.
Sure. We'll do Hell's Paradise next. Quite good.
Maybe. But yeah, like it's a very different, like we have very different tastes. We almost have like opposite tastes. But God.
It's like a Venn diagram.
Venn diagram? What is in the middle? One Piece?
Yeah. There's some stuff in the middle. Is that the only thing?
My God.
Yeah, there's like Mob Psycho closer to
I
your
love
end,
Mob Psycho
in my end. And then there's like One Piece. There's like Vinland Saga. And
oh my God, I need to. Oh. Yeah, I was going to watch the second season of Vinland Saga by myself because I feel like you might not like it.
Well, when it came out, like it wasn't available. Like we just watched one episode of it, right?
I mean, we just didn't really want to jump back into doing this either. We were like busy and everything. But yeah, but I feel like you might not like the second season because it's a lot about farming and slavery. But God, I need to watch it. I'm so excited. We should watch it. Maybe that. And then Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise, I have no idea what it's about. I just wanted to watch it simply because that Mappa is doing the animation.
Oh, that should be good then, yeah.
Who knows? Like, Mashle, it's like made by A1, but the quality isn't A1. Like, A1, again, you've watched, what am I trying to say? Sword Art Online. And Sword Art Online was like literally 10 years ago, and it looked sleeker than this. I'm sorry.
Sword Art Online was great.
I hated Sword Art Online. Again, like, I watched 2 seasons of it. Not saying that I like it, but yeah, I forced myself to watch a lot of random things.
I think I did like 4 seasons of it, but I didn't do the 5th. The second part of Alicization. Yeah, I didn't understand that word. But yeah, I mean, back to Mashle. The topic. I really like the creativity of what they did with the like having no magic, because like that's like it reminds me of Asta. Exactly right, exactly. So it reminds me of Asta, and Asta was really annoying. Like he just carries a black sword and like he like hits things physically with his sword and cuts magic and stuff. This you don't even have him like because the thing is like over there in Black Clover, cutting magic is like it's kind of magic, right? Like it feels like it's magic. It's like not he's just using his muscles, right? So it had an element of like realistic, like within the confines of their world.
Realistic.
Like,
okay.
Yeah, within the confines of their world, like it kind of makes sense that like you have the mages and then you have the anti-mage. So it's like or you know, like the story of like, oh, the anti-mages were like lost. The art of like anti-magic was lost, and then now Asta is bringing it back. So he's like the anti-mage.
I hate that.
Yeah, so it's like he's like the chosen one.
Yeah,
he's like the chosen one of the anti-mage circle now, or whatever,
Understood.
right?
Yeah.
Where this one, he kind of
he's just
has
a fake
muscle magic. He has muscle magic. He's
pretending to have magic.
We see him do all the
That's
like
funny.
magic stuff, but with his muscles instead, and like that's very creative. I feel like
I understand
that's like
what you're talking about. Yeah.
way more cool in terms of like
more
it's so
cool than
like you would expect a backstory like Asta, like he found the anti-magic, like he actually has this power, and it explains everything. And then this one is like, oh, he just has muscles. He's very, very strong. Which
is very like Saitama.
And he's like sprinting, you know? He's like when he like tries to, you know, save his friends, he's like he's like hamstring magic. It's like, okay. And then he sprints down the cliff and back up. It's very cool. So
yeah, that again is very Saitama-esque. It's like other heroes have like actual fucking like powers.
Right.
But then like Saitama is just very like Jimmy, meaning like very just ordinary. But yeah,
yeah, so it's really funny in that way.
Is that creative? Because
it's very creative. It's very creative because it's like
I definitely agree with you.
It comes full circle. Right?
And I definitely agree that it's like not like the anti of whatever power they have, because like I remember like when I was younger, and it's like, you know, when you're in elementary school, you like writing stories, and then it's always like, oh, like everyone is like have angel powers, but the like main character has demon. You know what I mean, right? And then it's like no one knew, and then it's like I remember because it was like my elementary school like story. I like drew pictures of it. Okay? Anyways, if I try, I can like find it. Like everyone had like, you know, pastel colored hair. If your hair is closer to white, the more like angelic like shit you have. Yeah. But then the main character had black hair. Sorry, excuse me. Back to Mashle.
It's so good, right? So essentially, that's where it gets really creative, right? Okay. Because like the ordinary stuff is just you have the anti of something, but like now you just have like a completely different power that nobody else has, because like you're just a freak of nature. You're like Usain Bolt in a you know, children's playground, right? So it's like.
No, actually, isn't he just Rock Lee then? If like Naruto, but then Rock Lee was the main character?
Wait, maybe, actually. Yeah. It's the same haircut too. Oh my god. Wait, that's so crazy. It's the same haircut. I just boomed my own brain.
Wait,
we just figured out something. It's like if Harry Potter was Rock Lee.
Yeah, basically.
And he's like also socially like awkward, and he's trained by like this old man who's like also
who
kind
looks
of
the same.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. All he needs are bushy brows.
Oh my god, he's so good. I love Rock Lee. I like him like way more than like Mashle, just because like Rock Lee, he's like very genuine. Like he's trying really hard. He liked Sakura, and then he's like yes, kind of thing. And then like Mashle has zero like energy. He's actually, now that I think about it, it's not just like him and Psychic Soul, but like back in the day, a lot of like moe girls had this kind of personality that like in Chinese we call it san wu, like 3 no's, like no facial expression, no like I don't know, like emotion, and no something. Right. I don't really remember, but then like now it's getting like a comeback in, I guess, like male main characters, which now that I think about it is really interesting. It's very unrealistic for someone to be so like, I'm just a robot, but then understood.
Right. So we also see like solo leveling. Like this is why I bring up to. The main character is also very like, it's essentially the more OP someone gets, the more like kind of robotic they feel, and like kind of their machine of like killing and like destruction, and like they don't have like the same characteristics as they did. Whereas like these days, right, like new age kind of isekai, or like, you know,
it's like the assassin kind of shit.
Right. The assassin, like, you know, the assassin one as well. I think we watched like maybe a episode of something like that, right?
A few,
but for example, like the old age stuff, like Luffy or something, he doesn't feel like a robot. The stronger he gets, he just feels more like kind of Luffy.
He's so strong. I love him. Ah.
Okay.
Excuse me. Continue.
That's true.
God. One Piece is always good. I know that a lot of people don't like Gear 5, but One Piece is always good.
That's good. So, wait, don't like which?
Gear 5.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Gear 5's, is that the one where he turns into...
God.
Oh, is that God mode? Spoilers alert from One Piece as well.
Okay, sorry. I don't think anyone... I don't know. Barely anyone listens to us, and I don't...
No, I don't know. Wait, we have hundreds of people now.
Great, I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Mashle. Something I thought was really interesting about this whole show, completely change of topic, is the music. Like, there's like random hip-hop, like rap music, which is something I would never have imagined they would do for like this like Harry Potter-esque show. It's like, oh, black like rap music in the background. I mean, like, what the hell?
It's a little like was it like Odd Taxi had that as well? A little bit of rap in the background?
It had rap, but then it was like Japanese rap, and it wasn't
Right.
in the background. It was like as kind of like not lyrics, as like the script, the lines that the characters were speaking.
Oh, right.
Yeah. This was just like full on like
In the
what is
background
going
music.
on. Yeah. And I kind of like that just because it's like very, I guess, obvious and like very conscious of being like kind of like, yeah, we're funny, but we're cool funny kind of thing. And it's like,
Well, do you know what the rap was saying? Do you know what they're saying?
No
Okay.
idea.
It
That
a
was
little
not. Yeah, I was just confused. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Why are we listening to this? But okay. Which I think it is like creative if you want to use like whatever you were like saying, in the sense that like
creative.
whenever we're looking at like magic kind of thing, it's almost always kind of like music, like, you know, I'm just thinking about the fairy tale soundtrack. Like
Right.
fairy tale or like Nanatsu no Taizai, like the Seven Deadly Sins, or like, you know, Asta's Black Clover. That kind of music is like very European, like rural kind of, that kind of music, pastoral almost, but almost carnival, things like that. But then like this was just like, yeah, we're in the new age and like doing fucking like hip hop.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, you know, times are changing. You know, if you haven't changed in like however many years, then there's probably something wrong. So
No, it's not just that. It's more like people usually associate like magic with like European, and then with like, I guess, just, you know, mysterious, like
Right,
melody kind of thing. Not really with like rap, which is a very like rhythmic, contemporary kind of like vibe, which
Sure.
I thought that was interesting. But, yeah.
So they chose like different music because Harry Potter was like, you know, British and stuff.
British. Okay, I
British,
cannot.
European. You know, just like, you know, I guess
No.
white people ever, you know, only or something.
Well, rap is still Western. Like, it's still like America. But yeah. Interesting choice. Interesting choices. But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have much to talk about for Mashle. Like,
Oh, I think we covered basically most of the points that we were
you
going
like
to.
I feel very indifferent about it. So in this case, I almost feel like it's not that I like Oshinoko better, but then I think that it is a more innovative and influential show than like Mashle. It's like I can watch more, I can watch less. It's like it's Shonen Jump. It's a mediocre show, like from Shonen Jump.
Whoa there.
Yeah, that's what I think.
It's the best show.
It's okay.
Okay. So what would you rate it?
The same score as Oshinoko. 6.
6 out of 10?
Yeah. I feel like 6 is the score I like to give everything.
Oh. So you're just contrarian.
No. No.
No,
That
no,
is not
no.
true.
All right.
That's not true.
Let's see what my score is. Oceanico is like a 5 for me. I couldn't really finish it. But I wouldn't have finished it. I mean, if we didn't, if we weren't watching it for this. But let me see. For this one,
Again, these scores are not for like quality. At least for me, it's only for personal enjoyment.
Yes, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
personal enjoyment.
Yeah, I
would
feel like
be-
Oshinoko quality is like 9, but I don't like it. That's all.
Yeah, let's say it's just like a maybe like a 9 for me for personal enjoyment. Like maybe because it's fun. Like I actually I actively like skipped Hell's Kitchen to like, or was it Hell's Kitchen or was it what was it Hell's Kingdom?
Oh, Hell's Paradise?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I actively skipped past that. I was like, okay, you want to watch that? Let's finish Mashle. And then that's why we're here.
And I respect it just because, like, you respect my choices. So, yeah, I guess.
Sometimes. All right.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that then. Thanks for the one person who's listening at this point. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.